How's everybody doing? This is Blue. Welcome to my second video. Just to let you guys know before I start, I am not a professional, I'm not a counselor, I'm not anything. Everything's based off my life experience and things that I've done to cope with certain things. As we go through this process, I will be painting because painting is my niche, my thing to express my feelings. And today I don't even know what I'm painting. I'm just gonna go, I just know I'm gonna be using the color blue, light blue, white, and then that's just the beginning. We'll go from there. So today's topic, I'm gonna talk about how right now, how I'm dealing, because I said in the last video, I've been going through some things. And then now, once you go in a relationship, you come out of it, you try to figure out who you are. In fact, even if people are not even in a relationship, they try to figure out who they are. And a lot of things is people base who they are of what other people say. And that's how it should not be. You should know who you are, and the key word, like I said in the last video, is based on values. What are your values? So I'm gonna go ahead and somewhat begin this painting. I kind of have the way I want to do the background, and then we're gonna go from there. I'll be talking to you guys about some of my things that I've been dealing with lately and how it all fits. So this is gonna be tomorrow. I actually leave out of the country, so maybe I'll shoot a video while I'm out there. Maybe show you where I'm at. I'm gonna say where I'm at because remember, I'm in the military. Can't do all that. So anyways, so I hope some of y'all checked out that book, Attached, sorry. And I'm telling you, it's a great book. And then check out also The Subtle Art of Not Giving a, F-U-C-K. I don't know if I'm supposed to curse here or not. I'll try to keep it PG. So in the last couple of months, I got into my first relationship after I broke up after my divorce. And let's just say that I didn't know how to be a boyfriend. Like, I was still trying to figure out myself on that phase. I did find my peace, meaning I think the real definition of that I found my peace was that I wasn't hurting anymore in the process of the divorce. But in reality, I still think I had a lot of things to deal with. And, which is fine. I mean, we're humans, we're making mistakes all the time, and we're trying to figure out who we are, and then we got social media consuming us. I mean, it's been consuming me for the last month. Just looking and trying to figure out exactly what should I be doing? Well, I did write a paper on depression and how social media does impact depression. It's funny because YouTube is considered a social media, and I'm using this to share. Social media has it's positive and it has its negative. What I realized since I've been feeling depressed, I'm on social media more often. I'm looking, and then sometimes I try to figure out, what am I looking for? In reality, I'm looking for the attention that I'm missing after the breakup. Let's be truthful, I was actually looking for her to potentially contact me or look at one of my stories and maybe get upset, contact me, trying to get that attention. But I had to stop and tell myself, I need to, why? Why am I doing this? Why am I sitting at home depressed, and why am I moping? And, instead of just trying to make myself feel good and figure out who I am. What am I truly missing? Like, what am I truly missing? Because we're humans, and we always have a void we need to fill. What is that void? We don't like being alone. I don't care what anybody says. We're social creatures. They may say, oh, I can be at my home by myself. But if they texting somebody or they're talking to somebody, that's not alone. You know? So whoever says they love being alone and all that, and this is from my perspective, bullshit. Oop, I just cursed. But anyways, it's not true. We love affection. We love attention. We need attention. We need affections. If you look at the world, if there was more of that, maybe we wouldn't be having these issues that we're having right now in all these places. But in reality, we need attention and we need affection. Don't let nobody tell you or lie. Or don't even lie to yourself, honestly. Why lie to yourself? Why tell yourself that, oh, I don't need nobody. Nah, somebody always needs, everybody needs somebody. I don't believe that crap. So, anyways, kind of went on my tangent there. But let's, so values. What I mean by values is, what do you believe in? What makes you happy? What makes you satisfied in life? A lot of people, when you ask them, what do they value? A lot of people, they give you the same answers. I value loyalty. I value family. I value this. Integrity. All that. Have you ever asked yourself, do you really? This is my point. A lot of example, the main example I like to use is there's a lot of people that say they value family. And that's amazing. Family is important. But those same people are the same ones that have not contacted their mother, their father, their cousins, their sisters, their brothers in like 2 years. They haven't contacted them in so long. They haven't seen them. They have anger towards them because of something that happened in the past. They have, they say they're too busy. So why say you value family when in reality you don't? And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, because that's who you are at the moment. Values change all the time based on life situations. But there's your core, you have core values. And that is the hardest part to figure out what it is. To this day, I'm going to show you what I've done so far to deal with this breakup, and how I think I'm going to find my true values, and this is helping me with my future goals. So that's one thing that you need to think about. Also, a lot of people will say they know this person a lot. They do this, they do that about that person. Have you ever asked yourself, do you know what you like? What you want? What you enjoy? A lot of us, I wear my heart on my sleeve. So I'm always caring for many people. I always care for people. I care that they're okay. I care at times, I care what they mean, what they say about me, which at the end of the day, I should not give a fuck, because they didn't create me and they're not part of my values. And that's a way that I think people should start thinking. Now, again, I'm not a professional, I'm not a counselor, I don't have a degree, I'm psychiatrist or anything like that. I just want to keep clarifying that, because I want people around, that YouTube guy, Blue, you over there telling us not to do this, I'm not going to do that. No. So, Alrighty, so what I created for myself, I have a whiteboard. The military makes us want whiteboards all the time to explain, to make it, and I'm a visual person too, so that's one way. People write, people read. I'm a visual person. So what I did is I took a whiteboard and started thinking to myself, what do I value? Be a little loud. Like, what do I really value? Because I thought I valued this, but in reality, no, I didn't. So, what do I value? So that's one thing I started thinking. So I made a list of all the things I think I value. And the list was very long. List was very long. So I started looking at it and started like, the whole family thing. Do I value family? Well, I haven't talked to my dad in a long time. I talk to my mom every day. I check up on my sister, my brother. I just brought my cousins back, into my life again because I miss them. Because when you are lost, you try to find what's closest to. I grew up with my cousin, female cousins at that. So I guess that's why I'm a little bit. That's why I'm vulnerable and stuff when it comes to talking about feelings and just sharing myself about me. I'm not scared of telling you, because what are you gonna do to me for me telling you how I feel? You don't have to like it. I'm not saying like it. I'm not saying you need to accept it. No, I'm not saying any of that. I just want you to know that that's how I feel. And that's how I feel, and if you don't like it, then don't worry about it. So anyway, so I started going down the list of what I think I value. So I actually, let me kind of move this so you can see, I actually made a list on that board. And one thing, when I was in that last relationship, I lost a lot of my friends, and a lot of it had to do with her having insecurities. A lot of it is, I danced with a female, and when we had that conversation, that's one thing. Before you get into a full-on relationship, you need to set boundaries. That's one thing we didn't do, and look at us right now, we're paying for it. Is, what are our boundaries? But anyways, so because of all that, I pushed away a lot of my friends, and I stopped talking to a lot of my friends. And I get it, in relationships that happens a lot. But it took a toll on me, because I didn't have that person or that friend of mine. Mind you, they're females, because like I said before, I grew up with females, and it's easy for me to communicate, share, and all those things. It doesn't necessarily mean that I'm trying to be with them in a relationship. It's just easier, and a lot of times, I'm not trying to be like Mr. Rico Suave or anything like that, but women tend to gravitate to talk to me because I actually listen. And that's one key thing that people need to understand. Active, effective listening is very important in all aspects of relationship, friendship, family, and all those things. So anyways, so friendship was one of the things that, it hindered me. I felt lost. I felt like I didn't have, even though I was in a relationship and I had my girlfriend at that moment, I didn't have that go-to person that I can go talk to about my situation, that would understand me, that's known me for so long. And so that's the first thing I wrote on that board, is friendship. I value friendship. So then I started thinking back, like, do I really value friendship? Or is it something that I was feeling in that moment? No, I really do. And the reason I think I really do is because I'm always the one that contacts them. I call them, I check up on them. And I think as a friend, that's very important. Now, if it's reciprocated, that's here or there, but I know that I want to make sure they're okay. And I have a friend of mine, guy, I'm not mentioning any names or anything, but he checks up on me at least once a week. And we talk, and he doesn't live here. He lives out in, most of my good friends don't even live around here. They live in different states. And, but yeah, and I check, see how he's doing. I call one of my friends and from a different state, so I keep up with them. So, boom, that's me. That's one of my values. Friendship is important to me. So the next thing, you know, it's an obvious one, but is it that obvious? Being a father. When I was younger, my father was there for me in the beginning. And then he got into his stuff. You know, I'm not gonna break down all the details because, you know, he's changed. He's not doing any of that. But that's something that affected our relationship. So he was there and then gone at a certain age where a lot of times he wasn't there for my game. I don't even remember him being in any of my games, football games or anything like that. And he doesn't know what's going on in my life. Like, he doesn't know anything. So I did not want to bring that into my child's life. I wanted to be there for my son. So any sporting events, anything he has, I support. I'm there. I mean, because of work, sometimes I can't because I have to go somewhere. I travel, but I'm always gonna be there for him when I can. When I'm not, work is not sending me somewhere else. And I said, I don't know, I'm just going with the flow on here. So I learned from that. And sometimes you hear people making excuses of why they can't be there for their kids. Especially men, and I see men stepping it up now. But of course, that's one of my values. Anything, I am gonna protect my child at all costs. And boom, that's one of my caring. Like I said earlier, I wear my heart on my sleeve. And that right there is one of my values because I always care about people. First time I even meet them, I don't know if I'm an empath or what, but I can sense when there's something down, and I try to cheer them up or try to figure out what's wrong with them. Or I always put my ear to them to hear what's going on, and I'm listening, not just hearing, listening. And I give my feedback if they listen, if they don't, you know. I think that's one thing too in my last relationship, that it was not reciprocated. I was there listening all the time, all the problems, situations, and all that. I would try to help, I would try to do what I can. But when I put out what I needed and wanted, it wasn't reciprocated. It wasn't cared for. So I think caring is one of my values, and that's always going to be, that's who I am, is in my nature. My family, a lot of my family, most of my family, we're caring people. We're always going to help other people before we help ourselves. My other one, commitment. Commitment. I was with a woman for 12 years with my child that I was not happy with at all. 12 years, but I committed because I wanted to maintain a family. I came from a broken family. I didn't want to show that to my son. At the end of the day, I chose my happiness over that, and we're okay. You know, it's not perfect, but we're okay. But commitment, you know, this painting thing, I've been committed this since 2019. I've been in the military for July, be 19 years. Relationships, even though like if I were to break up or you were to break up with me, I'm always gonna fight for it. I'm always gonna be there. I'm gonna try to do this and that and this and that. And so that's who I am. That's what I thought. That's one of my values. Next thing is mental health. like I said before, I didn't think that that was real. I thought it was just something that people just made up and all that. But as I started going through my things and started realizing what I've gone through, that right there hit a nerve and kind of like, oh crap, this is real. So what do I do for it? I paint. I'll cook. Cooking is another way for me to get out of, another way to relieve my releases. I take medication. I'm not afraid to say that, to help me deal with certain things that I'm dealing with, that I've been dealing with. Not suicidal or anything like that. It's just dealing with emotions, because I thought in my last relationship I didn't know what love was. I never felt love and all this, and then in this relationship I got what I asked for, and let's just say it's good that I felt it and know what it feels, but the heartbreak was even harder to deal with, which I'm still dealing with today. I'm getting better, a lot better. But that's probably another subject we can have later on. So, okay, so those are my top 5 values. So you can go ahead, grab your paper, start jotting things down. You might have 20 values. Pick your top 5. And then start asking those hard questions. I said loyalty. I value loyalty. I want people to be loyal to me, blah, 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 blah. Did I just cheat on that girl or that guy? Did I just go with the flow with this person and not tell them they're messed up? Because loyalty, like candor is better than loyalty if you think about it. I feel like candor is a way, it's somebody that's loyal to you is going to be candor. It's better candor. And what I mean by candor is they're going to tell you if it's right or wrong. So you want that person in your life that's going to tell you you're right or wrong. So you start talking about loyalty. Oh, that's not something I value. Let's think about, you say marriage. I value marriage. Okay? Start asking those questions. Have you sat down and talked to your wife about your issues? Are you still holding things? Are you still dealing with stuff that happened in the past? Are you bringing the past? Ask yourself that. Is that really something that you value? Because if you haven't solved those problems, and you're not going to solve all of them, but deal and have closure with those things, do you really value marriage? Or if you do, or do you value that person, you know? So there's certain things that, those questions, you need to ask yourself those hard questions. Sorry, getting loud. I'm trying to dry this so I can go ahead and do the next thing. So, yeah, so those are questions you need to ask yourself. So once you finish that, the next thing I did was my goals. What are my goals? You know, heal from this love relationship that I'm broken about. I'm in college right now, so I want to finish school. I want to become better. You know, I want to read a book a month. I want to paint. I want to become a better father. And then I want to start actioning things instead of talking and thinking about it. No, I need to start doing it. Those are my goals. That's what I want to do. So then I start crossing the lines. Do those goals fit my values? So how does heal fit friendship? Well, if I'm not 100%, I can't be there for my friends, and vice versa. Being a father. Finishing school. How is that part of my value? Well, commitment. Being a better father, because me doing that shows my son that I care, and it also touches commitment. Become myself and better. Well, friendship, being a father, caring, commitment, mental health. So as you see, as I keep going, each one of my goals fit my values. So then I start working it. Doesn't mean that I'm gonna follow every single one. No, at the end of the day, we're humans. We're gonna make mistakes. We're not perfect. God brought us to this earth, and there was the first sin, and we weren't meant to be perfect after the apple was eaten. You know, we're not perfect. We have lust. You know, we always want things. We always want to be better than somebody, or we don't like somebody. Those are things that we need to realize as people. So those values that I'm working on right now within my goals is gonna define who I am, and it's gonna tell me who I am. Me being a very caring person, somebody may come to me and say, hey Hector, you're too caring. Like, so that's who I am. You're not gonna change who I am. So values is how you move forward, knowing your values, because then it's not gonna matter what anybody else thinks. So what? Your friend, freaking, like, if you value friends and your best friend went through a situation that they didn't communicate with you for a week or two, so what? That means they needed their time, but you need to be ready to be there for them. If you value friendship, if you value family. So I know I've been talking, this is drying. What I'll do is I'm gonna finish up this painting and go ahead and show y'all what it is. From my heart, soul to you guys, I appreciate you guys taking your time. Please subscribe, leave any comments, let me know if you enjoy this, if you want me to keep talking about these things or any topics that you want me to talk about from, like I said, from my experiences. And just enjoy the video. All right, much love, peace.